What's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well today or tonight. It is 2:19 in the morning, August 16th. There was this idea that one day I could possibly not work ever again at a pretty reasonable age. Because as you know, retirement, you got to be like 59 through 65 if you want to retire. But I don't necessarily want to work forever like that and have a couple of years of life left and then just die. So there was this idea where I kind of was calculating how much money I was making, and I was telling my friend this. I was like, hey, imagine this idea where, you make all this money as, X, Y, and Z, and you use X, Y, and Z's money to make even more money for yourself. And I was telling him, me being a respiratory therapist, I think I make, decent money. I work 3 jobs. I'm in the 6-figure range. And he was telling me, obviously nobody wants to work 3 jobs. If you're working 3 jobs, you're doing it for a reason. You're not just not doing that just cause. And my reason is basically just have the mortgage paid off, and that was my big plan. But my buddy was telling me, well, why don't you try to get into investments? And I was like, what kind of investments? You mean like stocks and everything like that? He's like, no. He's like, you make way too much money to just throw your money into the market and then just wait for it to go up and down, blah, 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 things like that. So he brought up this idea to where I could actually maybe start a business. And I have the money to do that. I just need some ideas to do that, if that makes sense. So I got a list here. Well, not really a list, just some 2 list items I was thinking of, what I could do with my respiratory money. The first one being, having a business to where it could benefit people as a whole. So why is my camera falling? Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, have a business to where it can benefit people as a whole. So he was like, hey, why don't you look into something similar to a laundromat? And I was like, a laundromat? What are you talking about, a laundromat? He's like, well, think about it. You got to go ahead and get you a building, get you a LLC, and then you got to get the equipment to put into the laundromat. And, you can have that as passive income, just like that. And that got me thinking. And I don't want to put too much out there because I know someone was probably going to take my idea, but laundromats are everywhere. But I have a pretty good idea how I want to do my laundromat whenever that time comes. And I think I'm actually considering doing a laundromat business. Just something to, how do I say, bring in more income, passive income, things like that. But, there's laundromats everywhere. Whether it's in a poor area, rich area, there's always a laundromat. I've tended to notice that, at least in South Carolina. Heck, even in North Carolina, I've seen some laundromats because not a lot of people can afford, a washer machine or a dryer machine. So I got some ideas where I could actually make a lot of money, having a laundromat. But that's my idea. More on that in the future. But I was also thinking, perhaps get a building and make it a storage unit. People always need stuff to or people always need to store things that they can't fit in their house or their apartment. So, having a storage unit would be beneficial. And even that, I tend to notice that small businesses, I know during COVID, small businesses were a thing, but then they weren't doing well, and then all of a sudden those collapse. But if you know what you're doing, if you know a certain avenue that you know that's going to generate you income, and you have the funds to like invest in that and make more money back, then yeah, absolutely do it. But for me, I got to give a shout out to my friend, because he definitely put me on game with the laundromat idea, because like I said, it's a need people, need. And I'm still doing my rentals in my house, the room rentals, where I'm charging like $1,000. I'm charging in the ranges between $1,200 to $1,500, and that's it. Everything is included in it, which is like what? Electricity, water, air conditioner, common area, TV, internet. That's all they gotta pay. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And I got security. So I mean, it's just, you have to utilize your money in order to, so what he said was, you actually have to lose money to make money. When I was younger, I necessarily didn't know what that meant. I'm like, why would I, lose money to, gain money? And that's the thing, like I'm saying, me working 3 jobs, I now have the income to go ahead and distribute that money to where it needs to go and generate passive income. Another idea I was thinking about doing is a CD ladder, certificate of deposit. If you don't know what that is, it's like you get a good sum of money, you put it into a CD, and you don't touch it. You just let the interest, it has usually like a pretty, like the interest rates now are like 3.9 and like 5, depending on what bank you use. But you can have like a CD, put a good sum of money in it, and just let it sit for X amount of months. You can set it to like 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, etc., etc. And what I was thinking is, since I make the 6-figure range that I was telling you guys, I can just, save a good chunk of money, which I haven't. Now, I should say it like this. I have money saved up, but for that particular task, I was thinking about just saving up, putting it in there, and then just recycling it every 5 years, because I think that's like the best thing to do with your money when it comes to a CD, especially if you put a good chunk in it, because excuse me, it's coffee good. But the more you put in it, the more you put in it, and the longer you let it sit there, the more money you're gonna get back in return in passive income. And then if you keep reinvesting that money, the same, like even if you don't touch it, put it back in for an extra 2 years or whatever, just keep rolling it over, and that's gonna generate you passive income as well. So I mean, there's that. But times are hard out here, and a lot of people can't, do the things that they can do with that. But I mean, like I said, this is why respiratory is a good field to be in. There's a lot of schooling involved in it. There's a lot of studying. There's a lot of nights where you're just confused if it's even the right path to do. But, everyone has an end goal, and we're all trying to we're in a different part of our lives, but we're all pretty much living the same story now. We're just trying to make it. And, with that being said, I think, like I said, respiratory is a great field. I think I said this in my last video. There's different routes of being a respiratory therapist. So you're not just limited to being in a hospital. You're not limited to being in a PFT office, sleep lab. Like there's that. You just have to look. There's different areas you can definitely be in. Like if you like kids, you like babies, they have that. I work mainly with adults. I like adults. They're simpler. They follow the respiratory rules. And, I've been, studying for my adult critical care test coming up soon. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've been studying my butt off. There's only 2 more sections that I need to study with that, because I'm investing my knowledge, obviously, not just being a simple RRT. I want to be RRTACCS. Add some more letters to my name. But for those who are new and watching, the ACCS stands for Adult Critical Care Specialist. That means you obviously know what you're doing. You've been doing this for X amount of years. Go ahead, get that credential on your name. But you know, my investment, I have so many ideas, and I just thought I'd share those with you guys. And also going through the career route, me being a respiratory therapist, you know, my plan, well, I still plan to work 3 jobs, but not forever. Nobody wants to do that. But my whole plan with that is to mainly just work the 3 jobs to eventually get one of those PRNs that I have into a part-time so that I can get the benefits. And then that way I can have like a, what is it called? A 401k with that company now. And then continue with there. Because I asked if the PRNs get 401k, and they were like, I don't think so. And I was like, oh, well. And I'm not worried about it because my full-time, you know, I got a 401k or 403b with them. But, you know, it's just something I consider an investment. That's some good coffee. But, yeah, like, even with, you know, people who are still deciding if they want to be a respiratory therapist or not, you know, this is a really good career. And I went to school only for 2 years. 2 years. And I love it. I was originally, this is another investment I was thinking about doing, but I'm like, is it really necessary? But originally, I wanted to go to medical school because I have my bachelor's in science. But with everything, with inflation and everything going up, I don't really see the point of me going back to school when I'm doing the 3 incomes and I'm having all these investment ideas that I know for a fact I can genuinely do in order to make some good money. So, I mean, with that being said, you know, if you make good money, don't just save your money and then think that's, you know, gonna get you into that generational wealth category. You kind of want to just keep looking at ways to invest your money. I wouldn't necessarily, I mean, you can look at the stock market all you want. That's just too complicated for me. I know people like to watch the stock market religiously. I know people like to post stuff on Instagram and say, oh, I make this much money in a day, blah, blah. I don't care. I want something where eventually I want to have my own laundromat, maybe a storage unit, probably, most likely my main investment idea is going to be real estate because people need places to live. And obviously I'm not going to overcharge people because people need to live somewhere. So, I mean, I could do like affordable housing prices for people to get a duplex or a quadplex or something like that. But like I said, you got to work hard. You have to work smarter, not harder. But you also have to be consistent with the things and be disciplined with how you direct your money and what it can do for you. So with that being said, I'm probably going to go back to studying my adult critical care specialty exam booklet. I got it right here. And investing. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please, if I haven't said it, I probably didn't say it because I just wanted to jump in the video. But please just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please comment. Really, like, I feel like, I mean, I see you all looking at the videos, but I ain't saying nothing. All 20 of you, all 30 of you, I appreciate you. But say something. It tells me who is subscribed and who isn't subscribed. I can see that stuff. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Till the next one. Bye-bye.